Well, hello everybody. This is me, Stan Brook, again here at Masturbator Sport Fishing Tackle with our weekly video fishing report, and we've got some interesting things to report. Last week we had some interesting stuff going on. We had temperatures jump up, but then all of a sudden we had some cold currents come through. They weren't very severe, but they were there, and kind of chased fish out for a while. But this week what we've seen swirling currents. Now, Corbetania last week was 81 degrees, and believe it or not, it dropped down to 68 degrees for a few days out there. I think it's picked back up again since. But that's what we get at this time of the year. Once we get around mid-May, we're in a transition period. Things just start to flip around, and you don't really know what you're going to have. Jack Crevalles, which are bread and butter fishing out there, is normally a cold water fish. And, you know, we usually have an abundant amount of those. This year, very strange, not too many. And now we're seeing kind of intermittent strikes, bites, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's basically on and off fishing. You know, one day they're catching, one day they're not. Now, one of the problems that we have is they got these fish out there. They're about that big. I mean, they're like 3/4 of an inch. And they're clear. And I call them rice fish because there's just billions, gazillions. You know, what's trillions, gazillions? Everything out there is eating this stuff. You know, there's an old saying, you know, elephants eat peanuts too. So fish will eat anything that's good and abundant, and they're just swimming around with their mouth open out there. They're little clear things, and I got to tell you, it's been hard to get, some days it's been hard to get fish to turn their head, especially jacks, but the striped marlin are full of them. Sailfish, we haven't seen any sailfish full of them yet, but we haven't caught that many sailfish. But the marlin are full of them, the jacks have been full of them, the bonita have been full of them. Everything out there is just full of this bait. So what we have now is we have some challenges out there where you can see the fish. You know, you could throw a gaff in the water and gaff them out of the water, but of course that's not fair, is it? But that's where we're at. So some days are good, some days are bad. We got some cold currents moving in and out. It's that time of year. It's transition time. So we're seeing the cold water fish are starting to pull out. The Jack Crevalles are thinning out. Sierra mackerels are almost non-existent now, and just a week ago they're all over the place. And then of course the snappers and the bass and the grouper, and you know they're cold water fish, and once the water temperatures come around 80, they're gone. But who knows? Maybe they'll be back in. But right now that's where we're at. Corbetania's got striped marlin, blue marlin. We got yellowfin tuna out there. They're footballs. The spinners are out there. If you don't know what a spinner is, we have these kind of like a whitish, yellowish white dolphin that jumps out of the water and it spins like this, you know. And they usually run with tuna. They're like best friends, and they can be anywhere from 30 to 40 to 50 pounds. Right now they're about 30, maybe 40 pounds. But you get the larger dolphin, you get larger tuna. They're like friends. They run together. It's fun stuff. So we're seeing a lot of that. El Banco, you know, there's out that way they can have some striped marlin, no black marlin out there. A lot of stripers in the area, about 10 miles off the point of Punta Mina towards El Banco. They're swirling all over the place out there. Now again, they've got a lot of bait out there. In fact, we have massive amounts of bait out there. So don't be surprised for anything. But that's good news. That'll bring other fish into the area. El Morro back there on the backside. You know, we got some stripers out there. You got some sailfish possibilities. Maybe a little bit of luck with a roosterfish. One of the other guys out here posting bogus fishing reports and telling people they're getting snapper off the back end of the thing. They're not. And he's telling you that goggle eyes are working real well for bait, and they're not. As a matter of fact, live bait last week didn't work at all unless you had dead bait and a skirt on there. That would work. Live bait's not working out there right now. Lures are still good, but you know, this could change here any minute, so just be prepared to run a myriad of baits. Should see some wahoo out there. We've been seeing a few barracuda inside the bay, and we have dorado in the area as well. Now we've got a whole bunch over by Los Arcos. They're 5 to 10 pounds. They're babies, but there's a lot of them. So that's actually very good news, because what we've been seeing here for the last few years, dorado numbers have been gradually picking up. But that was after all the tuna here were kind of, you know, decimated basically, and they're coming back now, by the way. But dorado were the only seafood you could ship out of the country without having a permit or anything. So all the seiners went from tuna to Dorado, and the next thing you know, we've got no Dorado out there. They changed the laws in Mexico. They don't have to worry about that anymore. You can't ship the fish out of the country. You can still take it out in your luggage, but you can't ship it. I've tried even bribing people for permits to try to get some guys tuna out of the country. Couldn't do it. So, yeah, you're seeing the Dorado numbers increase because they can't ship them out of the country now. And now if we could just get the commercial guys to get rid of the long lines and stop keeping the females, we'd have massive amounts of Dorado out there. But having said all that, we see some 5-pounders over there around Los Arcos. We were seeing some 10-pounders out there at Corbetania. 2 weeks ago, I showed you that one with Ray out there. We had that 30-pound Dorado. We had 3 of them out there, but he ran into a log. And that was the time we had a lot of dolphin. So right now, we got swirling currents. We've got on and off fishing. We've got, other than that, pretty much perfect conditions out there. The water's really not dirty. That's the thing that confuses me. See, normally when we start seeing this kind of thing, we get swirling currents, clashing currents. It stirs up all the muck and the residue and on the bottom of the bay out there, and it turns into coffee out there. And once we have that, that usually lasts for 3, 4, maybe 5 days, and then it goes away. We haven't seen that yet, so that is coming. So be ready for that one. But all in all, we're in a transition period. The fishing is good. You can still go out there and catch fish. You just have to work on it a little bit. And, well, it's not a positive report. It's just not a negative report. It's kind of neutral in there. So your best bang for your buck right now is 8 hours. You'll get some stripers out there. And, they got maybe some rooster fish up north by Sayulita. And there's more sailfish possibilities. And, of course, we got blue marlin there as well. So right now it just depends on, your paying factor and how much bang you want to get for your buck. But just remember, we'll keep you informed and up to date on everything. So don't be afraid to contact us, ask us any questions. We'll go from there. And as always, here we've got transfers and we do tours and all that other kind of stuff. So if you have any question coming to town, just give us a call. We'll take care of you. Other than that, this is Stan and Masturbators right now saying don't forget to kiss your fish, and we'll be in touch. Hasta luego. And be safe. Bye-bye.